Hello everyone, in this presentation I'll be talking about the ISTE standards and SAMR model and how they are used in the classroom. So to start it off, I'll be talking about ISTE first. ISTE is a set of standards for both students and teachers about the use of and education of technology in and out of the classroom. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about today is ISTE standards for teachers. There are 5 different rules that these teachers have to abide by in their classroom for the technology that they use. So the first thing that's really important is to guide and inspire your students to learn and use their creativity. Using this technology allows them to be able to think differently and be more creative in what they do because there are so many more options for them to do these projects and assignments that are for this class. It's also important to make sure you use the technology that you have to your advantage, like creating lesson plans and activities using this technology, which in turn is great for your students because a lot of them are more comfortable and more excited to use this because they've grown up with it and that's what they know. And since they are more excited with this, they're more likely to do better on any assignments that you have. But one of the biggest things that I think is important is to make sure that you know what you're doing with the technology that you have, because if you don't know how to use it, what makes you think your students will believe what you're saying? It's just really important to keep up to date on all of the newest technologies and advances in this world because your students only know as much as you do. So if you don't know something about the newest iPad that came out and one of your students has a question, how are you supposed to answer that? So you really need to make sure that you're always learning as well as your students. Another big thing is that you have to teach your students to use technology properly and make sure that they are model citizens even while using the internet. As their teacher, you are responsible for them in and out of the classroom, no matter what platform they're using. And you don't know what their parents know about internet safety or that kind of stuff, so you really have to make sure that you teach them because you're responsible for that. You need to make sure that they're acting safely on the internet with any type of situation. But lastly, once again, it's really important to never stop learning about these new advances and use them to benefit all of your students. So you can use the iPads for, as again I said, you can use it for learning shapes or any type of math, social studies, science, and so on. Next, we have the ISTE standards for students. There are 7 different standards that these students have to abide by, including being an empowered learner, a digital citizen, a knowledge constructor, an innovative designer, a computational thinker, creative communicator, and a global collaborator. These standards help the students to be more efficient and better citizens in our technological society. This teaches them how to collaborate with other people, whether they be in the same class or somewhere across the world, through the internet. As an example, in one of my Spanish classes, we were able to Skype with a college class from Colombia, and we also did one with a college class in Mexico. So it's very helpful to these students because it allows you to learn from the perspective of the students across the world and to see the different types of people that you could encounter and learn how to work well with others. With all of that information being taught to them, students are now able to think more creatively because of the new options that they were shown. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the SAMR model created by Ruben Puente Dura. This is also something that has to do with technology in the classroom. This stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. This helps to prepare the students for any future occupation that they have, and it helps teachers to integrate technology in an organized way. SAMR is a model designed to help educators infuse technology into teaching and learning. The goal is to transform learning experiences so that they result in higher levels of achievements for students. Just to break down what the letters actually mean, I'm going to go through each one and sort of explain it a little bit. So the S is for computer technology is used to perform the same task as was done before the use of computers. A, computer technology offers an effective tool to perform common tasks. M, this is the first step over the line between enhancing the traditional goings-on of the classroom and transforming the classroom. Common classroom tasks are being accomplished through the use of computer technology. And R, computer technology allows new tasks that were previously inconceivable. So, in conclusion, both ISTE and SAMR work hand in hand to help our students receive the best and most up-to-date education that they possibly can. It shows the importance of being technologically savvy and connecting with other people to enhance your abilities. In my classroom, I will make sure that my students are technologically aware and are always learning about new ideas and creation to help better their education as well as my own. I will make sure that I keep up to date with all of the technological advances in our society so that if they have any questions, I will be there to answer anything that they have, and if I can't answer it, I will make sure to find someone that knows the answer, and that way not only are my students still learning, but I am as well.